Welcome back, Generals, to another Let's Fix Generals 0 Hour to make the best game ever. Good, last session we did a few reviews, I think. Let's clean up here, like we have all these messages that we need to look at. So how about we do that? To go through all these things. Aspirin being added to the vertical, both values end up being the same. But I put this here for if we decide to handle the strange people that want to play vertical. I just need to remove the aspect scale correction, and this will work as intended. So, done. What about this guy? I think the problem must be well understood. Issue 1, find waiter, checks all runways. This is incorrect. Find waiter, checks all runways. Okay, let me look at the code. Checks all runways. This is incorrect, as aircraft should never wait to pair up with other aircraft that use the same runway. That makes sense. Issue 2. As runway reservations are passed on to the next aircraft in line, find waiter may cause aircraft to wait for others despite already being paired up, because there's no check if pairing up has already happened. Some randomness may come from the state machine or higher up. What may also play a role is the fact that taxiing from space 0 takes about 30 more frames than from space 1. I don't want to spend any more time on finding out why this stuff is bugged. Both versions in this pull fix the issue, and I think I did a reasonably deep dive into what's going on. I feel the change looks really good, and it best be implemented because the strange behavior on aircraft is located as well. Also, physics can be checked later when doing unit physics. What? There's no talk about physics here. I don't know what he's talking about. If the code fixes the error of random aircraft order or some being too buggy, then this is really appreciated. It will also help in queuing aircrafts during takeoffs as well, saving time and strikes, as well as get out of situations when the airfield is being targeted by superweapon or artillery. Okay, I don't know how useful this comment is. Good, so find waiter, checks all runways. This is incorrect. Aircraft should never wait to pair up with other aircraft that use the same runway. Yes, that makes sense. That makes sense. Find waiter. Wait. Okay, how about we look at this guy? Find waiter. So, jets get machine owner. Get producer ID, get PP, parking place, okay. If parking place, get runway count. Okay. Other jet. Other jet is null, or other jet is ourselves. Continue. Fair enough. Check that this says AI. Okay. AI, get current state ID, taxi to take off. AI, get current state ID. Get current state ID. Why is this function in the header? It's not the header. It's a CPP. Oh, this class is in the CPP. Okay, never mind. I see. Waited for taxi ID. Waited for taxi ID. Yeah. Current state ID. Get runway reservation. Get runway count. Find waiter. Runway reservations are passed on to the next aircraft in line. Find waiter may cause aircraft to wait for others despite already being paired up, because there's no check if pairing up has already happened. What does that mean? Find waiter checks all runways. This is incorrect because aircraft should never wait to pair up with other aircraft that use the same runway. Yes. As runway reservations are passed on to the next aircraft in line. Find waiter may cause aircraft to wait for others. Despite already being paired up, because there's no check if pairing up has already happened. As runway reservations are passed on to the next aircraft in line. I think the way he explains things, I think, is too complicated. Or my understanding is not right, but to me, like the way he explains, I think it's not accurate and not on point, and so it's hard to understand what he actually means. It's probably all correct, but it's hard to understand this language. As runway reservations are passed on to the next aircraft in line, find waiter may cause aircraft to wait for others despite already being paired up, because there is no check if pairing up has already happened. It's I don't understand what he means. Find waiter. Waited for taxi ID. Okay, remind me, what was the issue again? The pairs of aircraft go out of sync for the two bottom left airfields. These two, yeah? Let's see. Huh? Well, it's not a good video. Let's press 5. Now it works. Let's look at that again. Paired aircraft store their own or each other's ID as taxi ID when they prepare to take off. Don't wait for aircraft with non-matching IDs, which are the next aircraft in line. Pair aircraft store their own or each other IDs as taxi ID when they prepare to take off. Waited for taxi ID is not invalid ID. Waited for taxi ID. Okay, that's not too shabby, I would say. Yeah. Find waiter. Just curious why it checks self. I would have expected to check the other jet. Paired aircraft store their own or each other's ID as taxi ID. Find waiter. Return true. Good runway car. Okay, how about we do the following? We stop the debug. We exit this game. We go to main branch. We compile. So he says the issue can be catched by doing what? This here. Find waiter. Find waiter. So the issue is when here, that, yeah. If not this, then printf bug. Yeah. Okay, so this would be the fake condition. Yeah. Good. Fails. Syntax error. Why is that a syntax error? Am I blind? What is this? Huh? What? I don't see the problem. Bool okay. If not okay. Aha. Hä? What? What is the problem here? Hä? I don't understand why this is complaining. Am I stupid? What is this? It's an unsigned int. What is the problem? Now? What is now? Oh. Uh-huh. Oh, right. We have this here. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. I see. Okay, let's take a look at it. Options. Okay, so the issue, let's reduce the time. Okay, so that looks good, right? Well, it looked a bit weird. Okay. They take off not nicely. Does this include the other figs? Yeah, it should. Yeah. We're on main branch. Okay, so they start. Okay, so that was a good takeoff. They went super in sync, right? Yeah. Let's put them on numbers. Okay, so now 2 takes off, yeah. And now they take off, and they don't take off at the same time. Yeah. So they take off kind of random, don't they? Yeah. Why? Why do they take off in such a random manner? It's... Why? Why do they take off like that? Okay, that is weird. They have like this random... Like 2 random planes start taking off somehow. At least they land the same. That's good. Okay, that was a very coordinated takeoff, right? Yeah. That again was very good. Maybe it's related to when they land or when you select them, or what is the exact repro for this? So we take these guys, we take off, and that was perfectly fine. These 2 landed first. Let's land these guys first. Yeah. And land these second. Okay. Okay. Now let's see if these here take off first. No, they take first. Okay. Weird. Okay, let's land this guy and this guy. Yeah. Yeah. And then we land these 2. Okay, let's see what happens now. And now 2 unrelated planes take off. Look at that. Jesus Christ. That was some chaos. Jesus. Yeah. Now 1 land first, 2 land second. Now 2 launch first and 1 second. Okay, everything was fine. Now let's land this guy and this guy. Yeah. And then these guys. Okay, now these 2 land first. Yeah. Okay, then let's see what happens. Now these somehow start. Okay, so there's total random takeoffs. Yeah, absolute random. Wow. Okay, so it's total chaos. Good. Then let's put a breakpoint here. Let's see if that hits. It does. Let's go back here. Find waiter. Count. Right, one-way count, yeah. Other jet. Taxi takeoff. Waited for taxi. Invalid. Turn true. Now. Okay. Okay, so let's test with his changes, yeah? So his first change proposal was add this here, yeah? And at find waiter here. Yeah, so this was his fixed proposal. Yeah? Okay, let's test this. Let's see what it does. Yeah. What I find weird is that it's like different planes taking off. Like, how is that possible? Like, you would assume that plane takeoff is totally deterministic and it's always the same planes taking off. How can this be random? Like, I think this is something that needs to be understood. How can it be random, this takeoff sequence? Like, why is it that either these planes take off or these planes take off? How is that possible? You know? Like, I think this needs to be understood. What is the reason for that? And then fix that bullshit first. Let me replace that. Let's do it like so. Yeah. Good. So. Good. So we have FPS 90. Okay, so. Okay, so again, you saw like totally random. It's still wrong. It still is wrong, right? With this fix in place, it still looks wrong. Okay, so that seems to be not it. Yeah, that was fine, and that was also fine. Okay, so that looked good. Let's land again. Let's put them on numbers here, 1 and 2. There. Okay, again, like two unrelated planes are launching, and then here they are not in sync, and I don't know what's going on here. Okay, so like they start. Jesus Christ. Yeah. Okay, maybe it's two issues. One issue is that the one he fixed here, and then there's another one. Okay, let's try to figure out why they launch in random orders. How about that? So, if we let's do the following. Let's launch and take off and park, land in the same order. Okay, so yeah, ignore the first run. Yeah, so first we land number 1. Group number 1, they go land. Number 2, they wait. Yeah. Number 2, now you go land. Go ahead. Go land. Yeah. Okay. So 1 land first and then 2. Okay. Now we launch, and we see what happens. Okay. Totally random. Okay. Anyway, let's see if the next launch is the same. So the outer two, they launched first, right? So we land here team 1 first. Yeah. And then we land team 2. There we go. Okay, let's see if the next takeoff, if it's the same or not. Or if it's like totally random again. It's the same. Okay, at least something. Let's do it one more time. Yeah. Okay, let's land 1 first. And 2. Whoa, that was an aggressive land. Very aggressive land. Okay, and now we launch again. But now it's different. Okay, so there's no law here. Yeah, they just do what they want. First come, first served. Yeah, that seems to be the deal here. Okay, maybe we can reason about this from code. Why is that? Oh boy. For that we need to understand how the shit works. Pause before takeoff. So there are Jet AI update. Oh, it's a big file. Okay. Pause before takeoff state. Do we have like what kind of states do we have in here? Can we see all of them somehow? Here, did takeoff or landing stage. We are on the ground at the runway start. Reserve runway. If M landing. 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 Takeoff or landing on enter. Where's this being issued? Returning for landing. Taking off, await clearance. Awaiting runway stage. Landing. Awaiting runway stage. Taxi to takeoff. Okay. Returning footing. Okay, so we probably... The first state is probably this here, right? Jet awaiting runway state. Taxi to takeoff. That would be the next one. Pause before takeoff. Taxi to takeoff. Taking off away. Okay, let's take a look. Let's take a look at this guy. Let me put a bookmark here because that seems interesting. Okay, so let's look at this state here. On enter. Okay, let's put a breakpoint in here. Let's see how it gets there. Game logic. Move to position. AI, move to position. Logic message dispatcher. Group, move to position. Okay. Okay, so it starts with an AI group here, yeah? Or something. Yeah. What is this? Right, so here we have an iterator, and the iterator has a member list, iter holder, iter. Aha, iter sorted near to far. Works better if you let the near units get the first path. Waiting runway stay. Aha, so it's probably related to, you know, in what order these guys here are. And they are being sorted here. Sorted near to far. In what relation? How's this, what does this do? Order. Oof. Always reset after sorting to prevent weirdness. Great, great comment. Yeah. Blair. Oh man. Great comments. Okay, so I suspect that what happens is that, that we have this. We have these objects, and they are not guaranteed to be in the same order. Yeah, I guess. Works better if you let the near units get the first path. Move the ones nearest to the goal first. Aha. Aha. I see. So this was made for ground units, pretty much. Okay, I see. Okay, I think this is how it comes to be, that, you know, some planes will be closer to this one location that you sent them to on the airfield. Yeah. And so you can probably test this. Hold on. Let's remove this here. Yeah. So my suspicion is, yeah, let's test that here real quick. So my suspicion is, if we send the planes here, then the group 2 will start first. Oh no. Okay. I'm wrong. Oh well. Okay, it's not that. Huh. Oh boy. Man, they land really weird here. Okay, that was shocking. Let's click here. No. Looks like the furthest planes start first. The furthest start first. Interesting. Sorted near to far. Yeah. Well, that didn't work. Okay, so it's random. It's totally random. Yeah. Maybe it's this sorting that also makes it totally random, right? I don't know. Maybe gold pass. Yeah. Okay, how about... so my suspicion is still that it's related to this somehow. That we start... Where does it do? Where does it do it? Here. Yeah, I move to position and then it's... Let's put a breakpoint again. Yeah, so I move to position. Position. Destination. Currently selected group, size 4, member list, ID 30, 29, and 27. Yeah. Okay, they are ordered like this. And here, the first one is ID 28. Yeah, which seems kind of random, doesn't it? First clump. Next clump. ID 27, 30, 29. Yeah, okay. Let's... so that was 27, 28. No, 28, 27, 30, 29, right? Let's do it again. Where's it? Here. So now the first one is again 28. But now the second one is 29. Then 27 and then 30. So the order now is different. It's completely different. Okay, so it comes from here. Yeah. But our selection, our group here, that is still the same, right? This one. That one has not changed. 30, 29, yeah. So it is what is so random? What is random is this eta here. This sorting makes it random. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, fair enough. So there are two ways to use this. Either we fix the sorting here, or we say here, takeoff in progress. Okay, what does this do? Takeoff in progress. Okay. Engines on. Have to wait for takeoff or landing to complete. Just store the sucker. Has pending command. Uber special case. Oh boy. Okay, where does it assign the runway then? Where does it assign the runway? Where is this being used? Nowhere interesting. Okay, I don't understand where the where do we start? I mean, it only. I'm a bit. I'm not sure if this really matters then, because if we just set a flag, if we just set a flag, then that doesn't seem to be a problem. Let me see. State continue. What happens then? On enter. Status continue. Check for transitions. Wake up now. Okay. Taking off, await clearance. Does it do anything else afterwards straight away or not? No. Huh. Okay. Okay. It doesn't do anything else straight away. So it only sets a flag, which seems rather innocent, right? What does this do then? Pending command. Let's see how we get to the next stage. So we had here, so awaiting runway state, yeah. Updates. Updates. Okay, who's updating it? Game logic update. Update. Maybe it's the order. So when the state machine is being kicked off, then the sleepy update is being, activated, and then it's pushed into some list, and that's the list it will update with, right? So this update maybe is based on when the state machine was activated, and it's just being pushed into this list here. And then it will be yeah, worked off in the same order that these guys were pushed into, right? So maybe this explains the ordering. That makes sense. Okay, and then gotta reserve a space. Reserve space. Jet awaiting runway state. Do we have like a state, like repeat or something? Stay in the state. Continue. Do we have a continue here? Yeah, we do. Can't get a runway, gotta wait. Okay, how about here? In this update, we could say if we are not at slot 1 and 0 and 1, then we wait one frame. If we are trying to take off an aircraft carrier and fail to reserve a runway, it's because we need to be at the front of the carrier queue. Therefore, we need to move forward whenever possible until we are in the front. Jesus. We have this guy here. Postpone runway reservation. This one was already fixed, right? Okay, let me set that to if 1. If that already fixes the runway reservation. Okay. Okay. Good. Let's open the scale mesh. Okay, so. Okay. Let's change the FPS. Okay, so now it's the first planes are launch and then these guys, okay? Yo, that landing is crazy. It's not even using the runway. It's just landing straight on the circle. Okay, so yeah, he already fixed that runway thingy, but I forgot to take the switch. Okay. Okay, so they land pretty well now. That's good. Okay, looks pretty good. Okay, well, in that case. So we did this here, reset timer. What is reset timer doing? Reset timer. If not reset timer. Now. We had to wait, but now everyone else is ready. So restart our countdown. Okay, how about how was the code originally written? How about we write it like so? We say if we take compatible CSC, then we do that. Let's set this to 0. And then here we say, here, and then don't wait for the next aircraft in line to finish taxiing. Okay, now we need to understand why it needs to be inside the reset timer thingy. What is this reset timer shit? On enter. Yeah. Update. Enter. Who is resetting this timer? I don't understand. Is this huh? Is on enter called multiple times or not? Reset timer. If not, reset timer. Okay, I don't yet understand why this fixes the problem then. Reset timer. We had to wait, but now everyone else is ready. But I don't understand. We call on enter. So it's only called on the first update, or what? I don't understand what this reset timer bullshit is. Like on enter, can this be called multiple times or not? I wouldn't expect so. I would expect we call once on enter and once on exit. And then the rest we call update, eventually multiple times, right? So this would be always false, and then on the first update it would enter here. We had to wait, but now everyone else is ready. Find waiter. Yeah. When? Now? Don't pick up anyone else. Right, so I think this works because we do this here, right? Well, we pass this once, and then we set this guy. Reset timer, and it looks like this is a hack here. This whole thing is a hack. Maybe. That they wait for one other guy to take off. Find waiter. Maybe the fix here is that we should only look at our own runway and not at both runways. Maybe. Yeah. Yeah. Maybe we need to, yeah, only look at our own runway. Okay, how about we keep looking in the next session there? Okay, that sounds promising. Commits to. Render 2D. Uh-huh. But it just isn't lining up. This is to do now still relevant. Border grows inwards. By the way, I think you also declining resolution change in options menu. Also okay. I will continue this also next time. Good. Then, well, I didn't really do what I wanted to do. I just wanted to go through more things here, but we got stuck again on the first thing. It just never stops, right? Yeah. Good. I will end it here. I wish you a great day or night until next time. Goodbye.